Hey you guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Daniella. Today I created this super pretty soft brown smoky eye look. It's my go-to look. Whenever I go out or I'm doing something, you will always catch me in this look. It's super simple and easy to create. Anybody can do it, from beginner to advanced. You got it. If you want to learn how to achieve this look, then just keep on watching. Alright you guys, so I'm starting with my CeraVe moisturizer. I really like this just because I'm oily, so it's really nice and thin on my skin. I'm using this just to prep my skin just before foundation. I'm using these eye puffs. They're like eye pads. I'm using them to hydrate my eyes while I do my eyeshadow. Just so that they can have a little bit more hydration before we get to that part. So now I'm taking my NYX Professional Brow Pencil in Expresso. I'm not filling in my eyebrows just yet. I'm just drawing a line underneath my brow just so that I know where to fill them in when I actually do fill in my eyebrows. Alright, so I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium, and I'm taking my favorite brush, the Wet n Wild concealer brush, and just taking a little bit and concealing underneath my brows and getting them ready for eyeshadow. When I conceal my eyebrows, I go in short strokes, and then once I kind of get where I want it to be, I'll take it in longer strokes just so that I can really clean my eyebrows up really nicely. And then I do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand, and I'm using this as an eyeshadow base and patting it all over. You want to make sure that you pat this in all over instead of swiping, just so that you have a nice and even base for your eyeshadow. Alright, so I'm taking my favorite palette, the KKW So Fire, and I'm taking the shade Crater of Hecla with a large fluffy brush and just taking that in small circular motions back and forth, almost kind of like windshield wiper motions, but kind of twisting it like a tornado at the same time. I'm going to start off with this color really lightly, and I'm going to keep building it up back and forth on both eyes until I get the desired payoff that I would like. This color is the transition color, just so that all the other colors will blend together beautifully. Now I'm going to take the colors Fire and Lava on the same exact brush, but I'm going to take this color just a little bit lower, and I'm going to take it actually in the crease. Same windshield wiper motion, small circular motions back and forth. This is just going to give my eye look just a little bit more color. And as you can see, I'm really taking my time in blending, just because I want all the colors to merge together beautifully. Alright, so now I'm going to take, I'm not sure how to say it, Pele's Curse and Volcanic Haze. These are the two darkest colors in the palette, and instead I'm taking, it looks close to a MAC 217 brush, and I'm taking this color and packing it on the lid first, and then I'm kind of swooshing it around, blending it as I go. With darker colors, you want to make sure that you don't swipe them because they can get really blotchy right away. So an important key to making them blend together beautifully is packing on the color first and then blending it out with the original colors that you were put on the eyelid before. And I am such a goof because I can't believe I didn't realize that these eye things were all the way down on my cheek. Hello, Earth to Daniella. Okay, so I'm just pressing in the leftovers that was on the little sheet thingy. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my e.l.f. poreless putty primer. And I'm really gonna massage this into the skin. I really like this primer just because it's not too heavy, it's not too thick, it's kind of just perfect. And then I'm gonna take my favorite foundation at the moment, the Too Faced Born This Way in light beige. And I'm taking my holiday edition Real Techniques beauty blender and I'm just pressing it in the skin. Usually I use a brush, but today I wanted to just use my sponge like old times. I didn't really want too much full coverage, but you know, still full coverage. I just kind of wanted everything to be flawless. And when I'm using the beauty blender, I'm just pressing into my skin. No swiping motions. Press, 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 press. You know, just like these girls be. Press, press, press. Okay, so now I'm taking my Anastasia contour stick in the shade Chestnut. And I'm taking this on the side of my cheeks to contour my cheekbones, on my forehead, on my chin. And then I'm going to be taking kind of like a duo fiber brush and I'm going to blend that out in circular motions. And I'm going to keep blending it out until it's seamless. And then a trick when you're doing your under contour on the chin, you want to make sure that you're blending upwards. You don't want to have just a harsh line. You kind of want it to blend up into your face. And then when I do it on the forehead, I also as well, I pat it in the skin. For some reason, if you swirl it back and forth on your forehead, you can get it can look kind of patchy. So the only place I like to swirl and blend out my contour is on my cheeks. The rest of it, I like to pat. And then I'm going to take my sponge again and just go over the contour that we did, just so there's no harsh lines and it blends in together. So I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape in both the colors I was using in light sand and light medium, but I'm only going with light medium first, just because I kind of want to color correct under my eyes a little bit before I highlight with the lighter color. I don't have too much of dark under eyes, but I do kind of have creases in my eye, so it does make it look like I have dark under eyes. And I'm taking the lighter color and I'm using it to clean up my eyeshadow on the end. Pressing motions. With my foundation and everything, I always press everything in. Layers is the key to everything. Layers is the key to beautiful makeup. So as you can see, I really only go in a lot with concealer under my eyes. I don't like too much on my forehead or my nose. I just like for my under eyes to be bright. You know, so I can look healthy and fresh and glowy. And like I said, I like to go in with layers. I don't like to go in with just full coverage right away. I like to make sure that everything is blended in flawlessly. So now I'm taking two loose powders. I'm taking the Mercier translucent powder and the Anastasia Beverley Hills translucent powder. I'm going to take the Mercier powder and press that in all over the areas I put the concealer. I love pressing in my powder because, you know, we don't really bake nowadays, but I bake under my eyes still. Pressing in the powder is just going to make sure that you have no fine lines, no pores. It's going to make your makeup last longer. Just press in your makeup, girl. You'll love it. So now I'm taking the Anastasia translucent powder and just putting it underneath my eyes to bake while I do the rest of my face. Just a little bit, just because I want to stay matte there all day. I don't want no creasing. And also, I like the Anastasia powder because it's a little brighter than the Laura Mercier powder. So it kind of highlights the areas that I want highlighted a little more. So now I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix powder in NC30 and I'm pressing this in all over the areas that I didn't set my face with that loose translucent powder with. So now I'm taking my Hoola bronzer. I use this as a contour and I'm taking that on a little angle brush over the areas that I had put the cream contour. I just want to define it a little bit more. I really love a strong contour and a bronzy face. It's my favorite thing in the world. And I'm taking this on the forehead, the same thing on the jaw, upward circular motions. You can see it's creating that kind of shadowy effect, you know, taking away that little double chin. Okay, now so I'm taking my MAC Refined Golden Bronzer. It's an oldie but a goodie. My MAC Give Me Sun, my sister and her best friend use it all. So, you know, I can't wait on my replacement forever. So I'm just using this bronzer. I really love it just because it gives you that sun-kissed glow. It's not too orange. It's basically just like the perfect bronzer. And I'm taking a big fluffy brush and I'm swiping it side to side in upward motions, just like that. Soft taps. I'm not being hard on my face at all. I don't want to get any brown patches, so just soft and swipey motions and you will have that perfect look. So now I'm taking a small tapered brush and I'm brushing away that baking powder that I left underneath my eyes, and I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder in medium golden and I'm just going to lightly press over those areas just so that I don't get any flashback in any pictures. So now I'm taking my Anastasia Dip Brow in dark brown, and I don't like dark brows. I have gone through so many brow phases. You know, we've had dark brows, box brows, skinny brows, you name it. But these are my favorite eyebrows now. So I'm just taking my Anastasia brush and I'm taking it in little motions, kind of like hair-like motions. And now I'm taking my brush and flicking it up. I want to create more hair strokes so that my eyebrows look like real brows and not just filled in. I'm going to make a detailed tutorial on how I do my eyebrows, so I'm not really going to get into details about how I do them. You guys are just going to have to see in my next video. Okay, so on to my favorite highlighter ever, the Anastasia Amrezy. Love this highlighter so much. Oh, I wish they would bring it back. It's just so beautiful. It doesn't have a lot of sparkles in it. It's just literally like a glow. I always spray my face before I put on my highlighter. I feel like it lays down better. I also don't put on too much before I do my blush. And now I'm just taking a small brush and I'm contouring my nose with the Hoola bronzer. And I'm taking it underneath my lip too to make them more poutier. Now I'm taking my Anastasia Blush Trio in Cocktail Party. And I'm taking the two lightest colors. I never used to wear blush back in the day, but now I love it so much. I'm taking it on a blush brush and smiling and putting it on the tips of my cheeks and bringing it upwards. And then I'm going to take my highlighter, just go over it a little bit, just so that all of my bronzer, blush, and highlighter all mixed together, and then kind of just create this beautiful mixture that you don't see where it stops or ends. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and just blend out any extra blush or spots that I had on my face. So now I'm taking the main colors that I had took on the lid, so lava and fire, and I'm just taking that on a small detail brush and putting them under my lash line. So I got these beautiful lashes from Ella. They're from her cosmetic brand Slay by Ella. She sent me 3 pairs of lashes, but in my video today, I'm using her lashes in Ella. So shout out to my girl for sending me these beautiful lashes. You guys need to go check her out. And my nails, so obsessed with them. Miss Mammy did them. Oh yeah, also she sent me too this beautiful lash applicator. It's gold and it has her logo on it. It's so cute. I really like her eyelashes though. They're very easy to work with. They're really fluffy. They're just really good lashes, and they're not expensive either. And you always want to press in your eyelashes, make sure that they're on all the way. So now I'm just taking a brown gel liner and I'm pressing that against my eyelashes just so that you can't see where they start or end. Also, I want to take away that skin underneath, so I put them under my lashes. Now I'm taking my amrezy highlighter and just placing it under my brow bone and in the inner tear ducts. I also got my brush wet before I did this just so that it can be a little bit more intense. And just blending it out with my fingers. So I wanted my lash line a little darker, so I'm taking the 2 darkest brown colors and putting them under there. Well, you know, I'm covering it up now so you can't even see. Silly me. But you get the point. Just take a detailer brush and just swipe it back and forth. Okay, so now I'm taking my favorite lip liner at the moment. It's the KKW lip liner in Ice Latte, and I'm overlining my lips. I don't overline them too much on the bottom, but I do overline them a lot on the top. My lips are kind of crooked a little bit, so I just try to make them match the bottom lip so they're a little poutier. And then I'm just filling in the sides. And then I'm going to take my NYX Cold Brew lip liner. It's a little bit darker than the Ice Latte one, so I'm just kind of going over at the bottom of the lip and at the Cupid's bow so that it can be a little bit more prominent. And I'm just really taking my time and making sure that my lips look even. So I'm taking my KKW lipstick in 90s style, and I'm not swiping this on my lips, I'm patting it on. For some reason, these lipsticks, I like them better when you pat them on your lips, you know, kind of like how our grandmas used to do back in the day with their bright pink lipsticks and pat it on our lips, but I like how it wears better like that. And then I'm taking my favorite ever, you guys know this, the Kiss Cosmetics Honey Bunny, and I'm just putting a little bit on the bottom to lighten it up a little bit because 90s style is kind of like a natural nude type of color. And then you can't complete a new lip without a gloss, so I'm taking my favorite too. It is the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie. Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I love this mascara. I need to go buy a new one. And I'm just putting it on my bottom lashes, and then I'm going to put it on the top lashes, and I'm just going to pinch them together just so that you can't see where my real lashes are. Ugh, I hate putting on mascara. It scares me every single time. I either poke myself or my eyes just water. And then I'm gonna press them together again, just so you can't see my roll ones. And then we're gonna top it all off with my favorite setting spray. It is the Morphe Continuous Mist. I love it just because it doesn't squirt out and it just leaves your face feeling nice and refreshed. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look. Super cute, super easy, super bronzy. This is my first video, so I'm kind of getting the hang of it and trying to figure out the right lighting. If you see the video, the lighting keeps going from different stuff, so bear with me. I'm gonna get it right. I really enjoyed creating this look for you guys. I hope it was as easy for you as it was for me. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you guys want to see new looks or what I should recreate next, leave it down in the comments below. Until next time, you guys. My name is Daniella. Oh my God.